As institutions grow, their responsibility extends beyond business and performance to creating meaningful and lasting impact in society. Pathfinder Group has consistently viewed corporate social responsibility not merely as philanthropy, but as a commitment to empowering communities, investing in people, and contributing to a more inclusive and resilient Pakistan. It is now my pleasure to invite Brigadier Retired Mujahid Alam, CEO, Pathfinder Care Foundation, to share his remarks on CSR and social impact. Brigadier Mujahid Alam, he has served in 32 years in the Pakistan Army in senior command, staff, and diplomatic roles, including military attaché to the UK and Sweden. He spent 13 years with the UN in senior peacemaking, political affairs, conflict resolution, human rights, and training appointments, while also contributing to the UN Arms Trade Treaty process. He later served as principal of Lawrence College, Murray from 2013 to 2024, leading major academic and institutional improvements. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Brigadier Retired Mujahid Alam.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Respected members of the faculty and the bright young probationary officers, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is indeed a great pleasure and privilege for me to have the opportunity to speak to you today. Looking at this room, I see something much more important than a group of young civil servants undergoing training. I see the future trustees and sentinels of the state. You come from every part of the country. You will go on to serve in different ministries, departments, and institutions of the federal and provincial governments. You will serve in cities and towns, in the federal capital, and in the remotest districts. You will deal with all dimensions and aspects of national life, including education, health, finance, administration, law and order, everything that falls under this. In other words, you will have the opportunity to touch the lives of millions of Pakistanis. That is an extraordinary privilege, but it is also an extraordinary responsibility. You are not merely preparing to occupy positions in government. You are preparing to become custodians of Pakistan's destiny. Your decisions, integrity, courage, competence, and sense of public service will affect not only individual citizens, but institutions and ultimately the direction of the country. Pakistan's challenge is not a lack of potential. We do not lack talent, we do not lack intelligent young people, and we do not lack natural resources. What we have lacked for far too long is the ability to translate our enormous potential into sustained national progress. We have often produced good policies but failed in implementation. We have created institutions but allowed them to weaken. We have launched programs but failed to sustain them. And perhaps most importantly, we have allowed generations of Pakistani children to grow up without the education, skills, and opportunities they deserve. This cannot continue. The responsibility for changing this reality does not belong to government alone. It belongs to all of us. You are entering public service at a particularly important moment in Pakistan's history. The traditional concept of a civil servant was largely that of an administrator. That role remains important, but the modern civil servant must be much more. You must be a problem solver, facilitator, innovator, bridge builder, and catalyst for development. The challenges facing Pakistan are too large and too complex Government needs responsible partners, business, academia, civil society, philanthropists, communities, and citizens. And this is where I believe corporate social responsibility can become a powerful instrument of national development. You all are living in a special time of your life. The choices you make, the habits you form, the goals you set, and the opportunities you take shall shape rest of your life's journey. I would like to explain this with a powerful analogy from Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar. And I'm sure those of you who are students of English literature would be knowing. Shakespeare said in Julius Caesar that there is a tide in the affairs of men. There is a tide in the affairs of men which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves or lose our ventures. Brutus is saying this to Cassius in this play, urging him to seize the moment and act decisively. It is a powerful analogy about recognizing and taking advantage of opportunities when they arise. It suggests that there are pivotal moments in life, like the life that you are going through now, pivotal moments in life when the opportunity for success is ripe. And if one seizes these moments, they can lead to great success. It is a powerful metaphor about timing and decision making. The time you are passing through now, the present time of your life, a crucial period, is like Shakespeare's tide. On the sea full of opportunities for all of you, for acquiring knowledge, learning new skills, developing leadership qualities, and meaningful growth of personality and strengthening your character. Pathfinder's group's approach to CSR. You see, at certain moments in history, we are reminded that the true measure of a life is not found in wealth accumulated or titles earned, but in the quiet legacy of goodness that we leave behind. Every once in a while, a leader emerges whose vision goes far beyond boardrooms and balance sheets. A leader whose heart beats for people, for dignity, and for humanity itself. Today, as we speak about the CSR journey of the Pathfinder Group, we are really recognizing the compassion and moral courage of one man, Mr. Ikram Sehgal, co-chairman of Pathfinder Group. His vision has not only shaped organizations, it has touched lives, opened doors, and given hope where hope was fading. At Pathfinder Group, corporate social responsibility is not merely a public obligation. It is a core organizational philosophy that begins with our own people. We have developed a number of initiatives in areas where we believe Pakistan needs sustained commitment rather than occasional charity. Our work includes education, social welfare, women's empowerment, interfaith harmony, youth development, and community welfare. Our objective is to build institutions, create opportunities, and develop partnerships that can produce lasting impacts. And some of the core initiatives are displayed on the screen for you to see. Of all these areas, I would place education at the very top. Pakistan cannot become a prosperous and secure country while millions of our children remain outside the education system. I'm sure you all will agree with this. Education is not simply another social sector issue. It is connected directly with economic growth, employment, innovation, social stability, national security, and the future of democracy. Pathfinder has been involved in initiatives aimed at expanding access to knowledge and improving educational opportunities. We have also supported the development of innovative educational concepts, including technology, entrepreneurship, and leadership programs for young people. You can see one of them, Providentia Books Foundation. We have collected, of course, more than 132,000 books, both curriculum as well as library, and donated over 108,000 books to underprivileged schools all over the country. But let me be very clear. Yeah, this is another thing that we support. There is a wonderful cadet college, Jaja, near Rawalpindi, and where the students, mainly of the junior staff of the company, they are given admission there. All their fees, tuition, uniform, everything is taken care of. 70 of the boys and girls have already done their FSC from there and gone on to colleges and universities, including very prestigious colleges and universities in Pakistan as well as abroad, including even Harvard and other colleges. They are now working as professionals, engineers and doctors and various other fields. They are doing that. And at present, 35 young students are also studying there. But let me be very clear, business cannot solve Pakistan's education crisis by itself. Government cannot solve it by itself, and NGOs cannot solve it by themselves. We need a national partnership. And this is where I see a potentially transformative role for all of you sitting here in the hall. When you leave this academy, you will be uniquely positioned. You will have authority and you will have access. You will have institutional knowledge and you will have networks across government. And most importantly, you will be present where decisions are made and where problems actually exist. You will be posted all over Pakistan and in our diplomatic missions abroad. You will see the country from the inside and outside at grassroots level. And you will exactly know the problems of the common people. And you will have the ability to connect those needs with people and the institutions capable of helping. Now, Pathfinder's unique geographical presence. Now, this is another reason why I believe a partnership between Pathfinder and Pakistan's future civil servants can be particularly meaningful. Pathfinder Group is uniquely positioned by having extensive presence all across Pakistan, with operations and personnel in approximately 80 cities and towns of Pakistan. That gives us something very valuable: eyes, ears, and people on the ground. You, meanwhile, will have an extensive presence through the machinery of government. This creates the possibility of something much larger than conventional CSR. It creates the unique possibility of government plus business community partnerships operating at grassroots level. That is how small initiatives become national movement. And let me clarify that Pathfinder Group We have no vested or profit-making interest in this CSR. It is only a contribution and effort towards nation building. Another area to which Pathfinder attaches great importance is interfaith harmony. Pakistan belongs to all its citizens. Our constitution recognizes the rights of citizens of different faiths, and our history contains many examples of communities living and working together. But harmony does not happen automatically. It must be cultivated. Young people must learn respect for differences. They must understand that diversity need not produce division. Our Pathfinder Interfaith Harmony Initiative, and some of the measures are displayed on the screen here, seeks to contribute to precisely this objective, building bridges between communities through dialogue, education, and engagement. You as future administrators will have an important role in ensuring that every citizen feels that the state belongs to them and protects their dignity and right. And I'm very happy to say that today we have a group of university students from Peshawar, led by Manmeet Kaur, a young Sikh woman who is a member of our advisory council. We have a diverse advisory council of 23 members of all faiths. And she and the students have also joined us. And there are the university students include Sikh, Hindu, Christian, and of course, Muslim students too. No country can progress while half its population is unable to realize its full potential. Women empowerment, therefore, cannot be treated as merely a social sector slogan. It is an economic and national development imperative. Education, vocational training, entrepreneurship, access to finance, employment opportunities, and protection of dignity can transform not only individual women, but entire families and communities. Pathfinder has supported initiatives aimed at women's welfare and empowerment. We have Kashmala Welfare Center near Pabbi at a village called Chowki Mamres, which is doing wonderful work, and more than 20,000 young women and girls are beneficiaries. They have been trained in different skills. They are provided with free medical care, dental care, and basket making and other income generating skills. And another welfare center for women is also coming up in southern Punjab, and that also would be, inshallah, functional very soon. Now, social welfare should also move beyond occasional charity. Giving someone a meal today is important, but helping that person acquire the skills and opportunity to earn a livelihood tomorrow is transformative. The objective should be to move people from dependency to dignity, from vulnerability to opportunity. That requires sustainable programs, institutional partnerships, and careful measurement of outcomes. This is the kind of CSR that we should collectively strive for, and this is exactly what Pathfinder is doing for its thousands of almost 12,000 plus employees and their families included. Some of the measures that Pathfinder has been taking, the Elena Care was mentioned earlier. These are all the facilities that are provided to the employees. and of course help for their families. I just want to quickly mention that whenever an employee unfortunately dies, either on duty or otherwise, if he passes away on duty, the widow is provided with full salary for 2 years. Full salary for 2 years. And the eldest son, as soon as he becomes 18 years of age, he is guaranteed an employment in the company. Of course, all the funeral expenses, etc., taken care of. And if not on duty, then for 18 months, the salary is provided, and then for the next 6 months, half salary is provided, and again, guaranteed employment. To the best of my knowledge, no other business group, maybe much bigger than Pathfinder in Pakistan, provides this kind of care and compassion to its employees. I'm not asking you to become philanthropists. I'm asking you to become partners. Wherever you are posted, I would encourage you to ask yourself 3 questions. First, what is the most serious problem the people I serve, facing the people I serve? Not the problem that appears in the file, the problem that exists on the ground. Second, what resources already exist to address it? Government resources, private sector resources, community resources, philanthropic resources, academic expertise, and technology. Third, who can I bring together to solve it? That is the modern civil servant's role, not merely to administer resources, but to mobilize society. When you are posted in the field, do not think I've been sent here for 2 or 3 years. Think, what can I change here that will still be working 20, 30 years after I have left? That is the difference between occupying a position and leaving a legacy. Build systems, build institutions, develop people, create partnerships, train successors, and measure results. I am reminded of a beautiful saying, a profound saying of Mark Twain. I'm sure those of you who have studied English literature would be knowing. A long time back, the famous American writer, known as the father of American literature, a long time back he said, the 2 most important days of your life are, the 2 most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Why were you born? This powerful statement emphasizes the significance of existence and self-discovery and purpose. It represents the moment you uncover your true calling or reason for being. मकसद-ए-हयात क्या है? हमारी जिंदगी का मकसद-ए-हयात क्या है? Do you want to lead a meaningful life or a meaningless life? Each one of you has to find your own answer to the question of why were you born? And I'm sure every one of you wants to lead a meaningful life. I believe Pathfinder Group and the young officers sitting before me can develop an entirely new model of partnership. You will bring public authority, plus institutional knowledge, plus national reach. Pathfinder can bring private sector capacity, operational presence, plus networks, plus resources, and experience in CSR. And young Pakistanis can bring energy, creativity, and ambition. Put all of this together, and we have something extraordinarily powerful. You are the generation that can change the trajectory. Previous generations have achieved much. Pakistan has survived wars, economic crisis, political upheavals, and enormous challenges. We have built industries, universities, infrastructure, and institutions. But we must also acknowledge honestly that many of our fundamental problems have remained unresolved for decades. We cannot simply pass these problems from one generation to the next. Your generation has to break that cycle. Your generation has to break that cycle. The challenges before Pakistan may sometimes appear like the highest mountains. They are steep, they are difficult, and some have resisted every attempt to climb them for decades. But mountains are not conquered in a single step. They are conquered by choosing the summit, the goals, the objectives, preparing properly, working together sincerely, and taking one determined step after another. You have the opportunity to climb those mountains, and Pathfinder is prepared to climb with you. Together we can scale the highest mountains. Together we can take on the problems that previous generations were unable to resolve. Together we can ensure that a child in a remote Pakistani town receives the same opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed as a child in Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. Together we can build bridges between communities. Together we can empower women. Together we can create opportunity for our youth. Together we can transform CSR from scattered acts of charity into a national force for development. And together we can deliver something that Pakistan desperately needs, a future worthy of the extraordinary potential of its people. I leave you with one simple challenge. Do not wait for someone else to change Pakistan. You are entering public service with the authority to make a difference. Use it wisely, use it honestly, and use it courageously. And wherever you are posted, leave Pakistan a little better than you found it. Pakistan's future is not something that will happen to us. It is something that we must build together. You are going to be the best catalysts, the best agents of change for Pakistan. Go to your posts, assume responsibilities, boldly face the challenges, and remember the last two verses of the famous poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley, who said, "I am the master of my fate, and I am the captain of my soul." And almost a century later, in a very different cultural and philosophical tradition, Allama Iqbal expressed a remarkably similar parallel idea. अफराद के हाथों में है अक़वाम की तकदीर, हर फर्द है मिल्लत के मुकद्दर का सितारा. Translated simply means the destiny of nations lies in the hands of individuals. Every individual is a star in the destiny of the nation, and I see 217 bright stars sitting here in front of me in this hall. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for reminding us what building responsible institutions truly means. And now it is time to hear from an executive of Pathfinder Group who is transforming the landscape of digital finance in Pakistan. He has been at the forefront of driving financial inclusion and building interoperable ecosystems that empower underserved communities, especially women, by giving them direct access to digital economy. Please welcome CEO of Virtual Remittances Gateway, Muhammad Salman Ali.
Ikram Sahab, my co-chairman, my seniors, dignitaries, my mentors, and the young ones there. Assalamu alaikum. All right. There is a lots of talk about like what we can done together, right? हम बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं सर, but पहले जरा ये डिस्कस कर लेते हैं आज तक हमने किया क्या है सर, and particularly for the uplifting of the people. Uplifting of the people, क्या perceive करते हैं इससे? How we can uplift a person? By providing quality education, train them, then what? Access to finance. Financial access नहीं होगा. Financial access नहीं. They just cut down my 5 minutes. No worries. All right. So financial access नहीं होगा तो वो कोई भी शख्स जहाँ पर जितने भी लोग हैं वो कैसे फाइनेंशियल सर्विस को अगर इस्तेमाल ना कर पाए, बैंक अकाउंट ओपन ना कर पाए, एंड पर्टिकुलरली आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द लो इनकम पीपल इन पाकिस्तान. 210 मिलियन की 240 मिलियन की आबादी है, 60% यूथ है और फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन रेशो आज हमारा 37% हुआ है. 37%. So let me give you a very interesting fact that within the Pathfinder group we have a company called Virtual Remittance Gateway. And the purpose and the mission is financial inclusion, women empowerment. बहुत कोशिश की. We have the 2 licenses. Nobody in Pakistan have those 2 licenses to operate as a aggregator of telecom and the banks. No company in Pakistan except VRG. Then what? We have been invited by the World Bank and the Ministry of Finance and the State Bank and the PTA and lots of other people कि जी एक स्कीम लाते हैं जहाँ पे हम गरीबों के लिए कुछ करें. But in Pakistan, still 5G people here. There is no 5G. Even 4G भी नहीं है, 3G भी नहीं है. अब लाहौर से इस्लामाबाद आ जाए 4 जगह टाइम एरिया बनता है जहाँ पर आपका इंटरनेट नहीं चलता. लेकिन आपको GSM के सिग्नल्स 2G आ रहे होते हैं. वी हैव जस्ट समझो इस चीज को, 18,000 बैंक ब्रांचेस हैं हमारे पास, 21,000 ATMs हैं हमारे पास और आबादी कितनी बड़ी है. क्या करेंगे हम लोग? किस तरह आप एक्सेस टू फाइनेंस की बात करते हैं? बट पाकिस्तान में 210 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं टेलीकॉम के. वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट 47% आर स्मार्टफोन यूजर्स हैं, 53% आज भी फीचर फोन यूजर्स हैं 800 रुपए वाले फोन के. और ये वो लोग हैं जिनको हमें फाइनेंशियली इंक्लूड करना है. कैसे करेंगे? ऐप तो होती नहीं है, इंटरनेट तो होता नहीं है, स्मार्टफोन तो है नहीं. सो देयर इज अ टेक्नोलॉजी कॉल्ड USSD. इसकी एग्जाम्पल्स फिलिपाइन, बांग्लादेश, साउथ अफ्रीका, इन सब जगहों में मौजूद है. सो फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन पाकिस्तान वी हैव डेवलप्ड अ प्लेटफॉर्म जिसमें हमने तमाम टेलीकॉम ऑपरेटर्स को और तमाम बैंक्स को एग्रीगेट किया और एक प्लेटफॉर्म क्रिएट किया और उसका नाम था आसान मोबाइल अकाउंट. नाउ दिस प्लेटफॉर्म इज बीन owned by, technically owned by us, operationally by us, but governed by the central bank, that is State Bank, PTA, Interior Finance, and the World Bank. इतना आसान नहीं था. इस प्रोजेक्ट को हमने ओन किया, हमें अलॉट हुआ 5 साल पहले आज से, इनफैक्ट 6 साल पहले सर, लेट मी करेक्ट माई सेल्फ. और इसको ऑपरेशनल हुए तकरीबन 4 साल हुए, तो वो 2 साल कहाँ गए? वो 2 साल हमने रेड टेप्स और ब्यूरोक्रेसी के अंदर जाया किए. हमने किए, हमारे जाया कराए गए, बिकॉज द पीपल डोंट वांट इट. द पीपल हु ओन्स द USSD, द टेलीकॉम्स डोंट वांट इट टू बी एक्सलेटेड और टू बी furnished to the every Pakistani in Pakistan. We fought that war, internal wars. My humble request to all of you, in red tapes और in bureaucracies को खत्म करें जब आप लोग अपनी पोस्ट पे जाएंगे और आगे जाएंगे, because it's for the betterment of the people. So we have launched this service in collaboration with State Bank and all the other stakeholders. In the last 4 years, we have acquired 14.5 million accounts, which has never been done in any part of the world. Just think about those things. और मैं तो आप लोग से ही कह रहा हूँ कि कहीं नहीं हुआ, किसी दुनिया में कहीं नहीं हुआ, तो इसको इंश्योर कौन करता है? इसको इंश्योर वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम करता है. 3 दफा उसने हमें अवार्ड दिया. वर्ल्ड बैंक करता है, UNDP करता है. लेकिन इससे हमने हासिल क्या किया? ये बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. हमने इससे हासिल क्या किया? सॉरी. वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट थिंग. पाकिस्तान में आज 18% वुमेन अकाउंट्स हैं ट्रेडिशनल. But on our platform, in 14.5 million accounts, 36% are women accounts. मैं अपने डेटा एनालिटिक्स से आपको अभी बैठे ये बता सकता हूं कि फाटा में घर में बैठी हुई खातून इस वक्त कौन सी ट्रांजैक्शंस कर रही हैं, उन्होंने पूरे महीने में किस किस टाइम पर कितनी कितनी मादत की ट्रांजैक्शंस की हैं, और उनको ओवरऑल महीने में कितने पैसे की जरूरत होती है जिससे मैं उनको लैंडिंग कर सकता हूं. ये सोचें इन चीजों को कि ये है वो ग्राउंड रूट लेवल इनेबलमेंट जो हमने की है. I can easily talk on AI, I can easily talk on cryptos, I can easily talk on stable coins and whatever you think are right. जब तक आप ग्राउंड लेवल पे लोगों को इनेबल नहीं करेंगे, बिलीव मी, आप इकोनॉमी को अपलिफ्ट नहीं कर सकते. एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर इस पूरी जर्नी के अंदर था, और वो ये था कि हमें बार बार ये कहा गया कि ये चीज करने का मकसद क्या है. उनका जी हम लोगों को फाइनेंशियल एक्सेस देना चाहते हैं. कहते उनको जरूरत क्या है, वो कैश में तो डील करते हैं, उनकी आमदनी है कितनी. आज वो सब चीजें गलत साबित हो गई. नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शंस देखें, द बिलियंस ऑफ रुपीज वो ट्रांजैक्ट करते हैं, और जितने भी यहां पे लोग, बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिनके पास इजी पैसा जायज कैश होगा, अकाउंट होगा, दे आर 1 to 1. जायज किस में, तो जायज कैश का अकाउंट है. इजी पैसा है तो आपके टेनर किस में है. ये टेलको और बैंक एग्नोस्टिक सिस्टम है पाकिस्तान का पहला, जहां पर आप किसी भी सिम से किसी बैंक में भी अकाउंट ओपन कर सकते हैं. ये वो मिशन है जो हमने कैरी किया हुआ है पिछले 4 सालों से. एंड नाउ इट्स योर टाइम टू कैरी दिस थिंग फॉरवर्ड. अपनी अपनी पर्सनल डोमेन्स में जाएं, वहां पर जाकर लोगों को इसको एजुकेट करें और बताएं कि ये सर्विस आपके लिए. 55 मिलियन अकाउंट्स हैं जो भी हमें ऑन बोर्ड करने हैं. इसको मैं अकेले नहीं कर सकता, सॉरी, आप लोगों की मदद चाहिए. आप लोग एम्बेसडर्स बनेंगे इन चीजों के, आप लोग इसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड करेंगे. मैं अकेले नहीं कर सकता. पाथफाइंडर ने बहुत कुछ कर दिया, लाइसेंस खुद एक्वायर किया, टेक्नोलॉजी खुद बिल्ड की. और बाय द वे बड़ी अच्छी खबर सुनाऊं आपको कि ये इस टेक्नोलॉजी के पीछे, इस अमेजिंग प्लेटफॉर्म, टेक्नोलॉजिकल प्लेटफॉर्म के पीछे सारे के सारे पाकिस्तानी हैं. एंड द एवरेज एज इज 27. यहां पर जितने भी टेक्निकल कोई लोग मौजूद हैं, तो मैं उनको एक बात बता दूं कि इवन इसके अंदर एक इंक्रिप्शन की लाइब्रेरी भी हमने खुद लिखी है. हमने कोई चीजें एक्सटर्नल यूज नहीं की. दिस इज द स्ट्रेंथ वी हैव, एंड दिस इज द स्ट्रेंथ वी हैव इन पाकिस्तान, इन द यूथ. इसके साथ साथ हमने क्या किया, पाकिस्तान का एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज, एग्री इंक्लूजन. वैसे बाय द वे एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं, पाकिस्तान में कितने फार्मर्स और ग्रोअर्स हैं? एनीबॉडी? Around 1.2 or 1.3 million all over Pakistan. इनका भी वही मसला है, स्मार्टफोन है नहीं, दूर एरिया से मौजूद हैं, इंटरनेट है नहीं, वो बेचारे लोन नहीं ले पाते. वो ब्रांच जाते हैं लोन लेने के लिए तो कहते हैं 5 लाख करवाते कि जी 2 लाख हमें दे दो पहले. व्हाट वी डिड, वेरी सिंपल, हमने उन तमाम फार्मर्स को और ग्रोअर्स को अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाए. उनके 800 रुपए वाले फोन के ऊपर वो डायरेक्टली मोबाइल फंक्शन एक्सेस करते हैं. इस वक्त यहां पर जितने भी लोग मौजूद हैं, अपना इंटरनेट मोबाइल का बंद करें और स्टैरिक 2262 हैश डायल करें, और यहीं बैठे बैठे 2 मिनट के अंदर विदाउट प्रोड्यूसिंग एनी डॉक्यूमेंट अपना अकाउंट ओपन कर लें. ये सर्विस आज इनेबल्ड है. इस सर्विस के थ्रू आज हमने उन तमाम फार्मर्स को इनेबल कर दिया है कि वो विदाउट हैविंग एनी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन वो जाते हैं ZTBL के बैंक से अपना लोन की रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं. विद इन 4 आवर्स अगर उनका लोन एक्सेप्ट हो जाता है तो उनके अकाउंट में पैसे आ जाते हैं, और अगर उनका रिजेक्ट होता है तो रिजेक्शन कॉल आ जाती है. उन्होंने कहीं नहीं जाना. उसके साथ साथ वो अपनी बिल पेमेंट, फंड ट्रांसफर, सारी चीजें इससे कर रहे. मिडिल मैन खत्म कर दिया, एक गरीब की जिंदगी को आसानी ले आया. दिस इज द रियल इनेबलमेंट. ये वो इनेबलमेंट है जो हमने करनी है. और एक सवाल और, पाकिस्तान में कितने SMEs हैं, मर्चेंट जिसे हम कहते हैं, छोटे किराना स्टोर्स मिला लें, अराउंड 55 मिलियन. एंड कैन यू इमेजिन, दे कंट्रीब्यूट टू 40% ऑफ GDP ऑफ पाकिस्तान. बहुत मजा आता है जब मैं स्टेट बैंक की चीजें जाके देखता हूँ कि जी डिजिटाइजेशन की ड्राइव चल रही है. आई एम सॉरी अगर कोई यहाँ पर ऐसा है, QR कोड लगा दें जी हर जगह, जाएं जी स्कैन करें जस्ट लाइक इंडिया में जिसने किया है और पेमेंट हो जाएगी। वेरी गुड, 47% की तो हो जाएगी 210 मिलियन के। वो जो 53% जो फीचर फोन लेके बैठे हैं वो कैसे पेमेंट करेंगे मर्चेंट पे जाके? फीचर फोन से क्यूआर तो स्कैन में कभी नहीं कर सका, ना इंटरनेट होता है, कैसे करेंगे आप लोग? अगेन द सेम प्लेटफॉर्म, दैट इज यूएसएसडी प्लेटफॉर्म, डायल करें *2262#, मेन्यू में जाएं, वहां पर मर्चेंट पेमेंट सेलेक्ट करें और क्यूआर कोड के नीचे एक टिल नंबर होता है 8 डिजिट्स का, वो लिखें तो बताएगा सलमान किराना स्टोर, आपने लिखे 500 रुपये, पेमेंट कर दी। क्या किया मैंने फिर? मैंने एक पर्सन टू मर्चेंट पेमेंट को इनेबल कर दिया। दैट्स व्हाट वी डिड। समझे इस चीज को कि हमें ग्रास रूट लेवल पर जब तक हम इनेबलमेंट नहीं करेंगे हम असल में डिजिटाइजेशन कभी नहीं कर सकते। एंड देन कम्स द डेटा, कि उस डेटा के ऊपर आप क्या चीजें इंटेलिजेंस बिल्ड कर सकते हैं। उस डेटा को यूज करते हुए एआई के मॉडल्स ले आए, बिहेवियरल एनालिसिस कर लें, उसकी नीड मुताबिक उसको रियल टाइम पे लोन, शॉर्ट टर्म लोन दे दें, सारी चीजें हो सकती हैं। एंड बाय द वे द डेटा विच वी हैव, स्टेट बैंक ने नेशनल फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन स्ट्रेटजी 2024 टू 2028 हमारे डेटा को देखते हुए लिखी है कि इसमें एक्सेसिबिलिटी हमें किस तरह देनी है और हमें फार्मर्स के लिए और हमें फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन क्या काम करना। एक बहुत बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक, मैंने बताया कि पाकिस्तान के अंदर ब्रांचेस जो है ना वो सिर्फ 21,000 समथिंग ब्रांचेस हैं। सो व्हाट इफ कि अगर मैं 5 बजे के बाद बैंकिंग करना चाहता हूँ, कैश इन करना चाहता हूँ या पैसे निकालना चाहता हूँ, मैं कहाँ से निकालूंगा? सारी शॉप्स तो रात को 11 बजे बंद होती है ना, तो वो शॉप्स वाले अपने पैसा कहाँ घर लेके जाएंगे? उनको कोई कैश इन पॉइंट है उनके पास? ब्रांचेस तो बंद हो जाती हैं। सो इन पाकिस्तान 7 लाख बैंकिंग एजेंट्स हैं। वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट, इजी पैसा का एजेंट सिर्फ इजी पैसा को देखता है और जैज कैश का एजेंट सिर्फ जैज कैश के एजेंट को देखता है। देयर इज नो इंटरऑपरेबिलिटी। सो व्हाट वी डिड, सो इन डिसंबर, रिसेंटली इन डिसंबर 2025, November 2025, we have launched a platform which is called agent interoperability. आज आपका बैंक अकाउंट किसी भी ब्रांचलेस अकाउंट में हो, जैज कैश में, इजी पैसा में, यूबीएल ओमनी में, एचबीएल कनेक्ट में, व्हाटएवर, आप इजी पैसा के एजेंट पे पास जाएं और जाकर अपने अकाउंट में रियल टाइम पर कैश इन या कैश आउट करें जस्ट बाय प्रोड्यूसिंग योर बायोमेट्रिक। सो हमने 21,000 से 7,21,000 ब्रांचेस क्रिएट कर दी पाकिस्तान में। इसकी एग्जांपल दूं, फूड पांडा के आज 22,000 राइडर्स हैं और ये 22,000 राइडर्स रात को 11 बजे जाकर कैश करते हैं, राइट, जितना वो राइड्स करते हैं, और फिर सुबह को 11 बजे वो कैश आउट करते हैं उतना अमाउंट जो उनको कंपनी में जमा कराना होता है। थैंक यू। सो दिस इज अदर थिंग, सिर्फ मैं आपको यूज केस बता रहा हूं कि इनको सोचिएगा कि आप जब जब जिन जिन इदारों में जाएं और वहां पर इन चीजों को देखेंगे जहां पर पेमेंट्स हो रही है, पेमेंट्स की डिजिटाइजेशन सिर्फ खूबसूरत मोबाइल एप्स के थ्रू नहीं होती, उसके लिए आपको ग्राउंडवर्ड रियलिटी पे काम करना पड़ता है। इसको आगे बढ़ा देते हैं। द लास्ट वन एंड दैट इज नेशनल फ्यूल पास सिस्टम, जो हम बहुत इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि जल्द से लॉन्च हो जाए। So we have created this system. Again, it is a matter of governance, supply chain of fuel. मेरे पास 4 गाड़ियां हैं, मैं चारों गाड़ियों का जाके फ्यूल लेता हूँ और 60-60 लीटर ले लेता हूँ और मैं इस्तेमाल करता हूँ, और एक गरीब आदमी को, बेचारे को, एक बाइक वाले को 40 लीटर पेट्रोल मिलेगा। ये कोई इंसाफ नहीं है। सब्सिडी मिलनी चाहिए अकॉर्डिंग टू द पर्सन एंड देयर इनकम लेवल। सो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान, the government of Pakistan works with VRG and Pathfinder Group to get this thing implemented. So हमने एक सोल्यूशन बनाया कि आप एक कोड डायल करें 9771, ये खुद बताएगा कि आपके नाम पर और आपके शनाख्ती कार्ड पर कितनी गाड़ियां हैं और उनका क्या कोटा है, और जब वो कोटा आपके सामने आ जाएगा तो आप किसी पेट्रोल पंप पे जाकर 9772 डायल करें, एक कोड रिडीम होगा, आपके पास आएगा और आप बता देंगे कि मुझे 20 लीटर पेट्रोल चाहिए। वंस आपका कोटा खत्म हो जाएगा, आपको एक्स्ट्रा कोटा नहीं मिल सकता। ये सब क्यों किया गया? अगर आप देखें, फ्यूल की प्राइसेस को एलिवेट हो रही हैं, इसको अगर आपको कंट्रोल करना है ना, सो आपने फ्यूल को रेशनलाइज करना है, उसको कंट्रोल करना है, उसके यूजेज को कंट्रोल करना है, और वो सिर्फ इसी तरीके से हो सकता है। 20 मिलियन 2 करोड़ गाड़ियों को हम इस वक्त अपने प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू रेशनलाइज उनकी करने जा रहे हैं, उनका फ्यूल कंजम्पशन, और बेस्ड ऑन दैट डेटा 22,000 बाय द वे पेट्रोल पंप्स इस पे ऑटोमेट हो रहे हैं। फिर मैंने क्या किया, सिर्फ एक ही काम तो किया कि वो जो गरीब आदमी है उसके लिए बेटरमेंट पे काम किया कि उसको सस्ता फ्यूल मिले और उसको पूरा फ्यूल मिले जितना उसको चाहिए, और हमने कुछ नहीं किया। सो ये कुछ मेजर प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो हम कर रहे हैं, बट अगेन आई मस्ट से यू गाइस आर द एम्बेसडर्स। आप लोगों को इसको आगे लेके चलना है, बिकॉज जिन जिन इदारों में, गवर्नमेंट के इदारों में आप लोग जाएंगे, इंशाल्लाह डिप्यूट होंगे, ये एक मिशन है जो कैरी फॉरवर्ड करना है। बट प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, मैं बार बार एक बात कहूंगा, think about the poor people of Pakistan. Think about the low income segment of Pakistan. उनको हमें एलिवेट करना है। लास्ट वन 30 सेकंड्स लूंगा क्योंकि आपने मेरे 5 मिनट कम किए थे, तो 30 सेकंड्स हुई। बहुत सारी बातें हो रही थी, आज पहली दफ़ा मैं अपनी स्पीच में ये बात कर रहा हूँ कि इकराम साहब के साथ मैं 11 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ, एंड मैं लाइक वर्किंग वेरी क्लोजली विद हिम। तो एक जुमला था कि इकराम साहब को अवार्ड नहीं मिला या उन्होंने मना कर दिया, नहीं यार, इकराम साहब never wants to be a king. He's an amazing kingmaker. वो लोगों को बनाते हैं और बनाकर मार्केट में लेके जाते हैं और वो उनको सपोर्ट करते हैं। मैं उसकी एग्जांपल, वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम कहीं भी जाता हूं वहां पे रिकग्निशन है बिकॉज ऑफ हिम, बिकॉज ऑफ हिज गाइडेंस। ब्रेन ड्रेन की हमने बात की थी, सीरियल है ना, ब्रेन ड्रेन नहीं है, अब ब्रेन ट्रेन है। ट्रेन करो और यहीं पे रहो और सर्व करो। एग्जाम्पल, कभी सर लास्ट पॉइंट है कि इसको कभी स्टडी कीजिएगा पाथफाइंडर ग्रुप को। पाथफाइंडर ग्रुप में आपको लातादाद लोग मिलेंगे जिनको ब्रॉड ट्रेनिंग पे भेजकर, स्पेशलाइज ट्रेनिंग पे भेज के वापस आकर उन्होंने हमारे मुल्क को सर्व किया। आपको लातादाद लोग मिलेंगे जिन्होंने अपनी इमिग्रेशन सरेंडर की नहीं है, जस्ट टू वर्क ऑन सर्टन प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड द नोबल कॉजेस व्हिच वी आर डूइंग। सो प्लीज, दिस मुल्क, this country needs you. This country needs your brain, your efforts. बहुत खूबसूरत मिल गए, बहुत चीजें मौजूद हैं, बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं। इतनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज तो मैंने दिखा दी हैं आपको, कितना काम करना है, सिर्फ साथ मिलकर काम करते हैं। पाथफाइंडर ग्रुप इज वेटिंग फॉर यू। लेट्स जॉइन हैंड, वर्क टुगेदर। थैंक यू।
Thank you for this insightful presentation. True empowerment is not just about earning a seat at the table. It is about commanding the room through decades of proven impact. So with that, I would like to invite an executive from Pathfinder Group. She joined Pathfinder Group just a year back. She brings over 17 impactful years of experience from the Pakistan Steel Mills and currently serve a vital dual role as the General Manager CBDU, PSO to the Co-Chairman and Manager Business Development. Please welcome Ms. Tahira Shakil.
Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Salman Ali has already given you a detailed brief. Pathfinder Group strongly supports employees' family through financial stability and security policies. We observe that the number of widows in our country is high due to various reasons, like violence and health issues. We got first-hand experience of the plight of widows because of one of our security companies, SMS, established in 1987, both because of work-related violence and stress. We had more widows than the normal. While we had insurance for them, we found that the vulnerable widow was easy picking for relatives who promised her rich returns if they invested the insurance money in their schemes. Needless to say, within a year or so, most of them was penniless and in very bad plight, back requesting for help. Separately, one of our companies VRG engaged in a World Bank program for financial inclusion and women empowerment. We started to work on women empowerment and financial inclusion while we are working for them under the Elena Care in education and health. We had to do something to bring financial stability and security. The side of empowerment that we often overlook is financial security and protection, especially when a family suddenly loses its primary breadwinner. Our policies are designed to ensure that families are not helpless after the loss of the breadwinner. These may sound like numbers, but behind every number is a purpose. Our policy is meant to give a woman time to grieve, time to adjust, and time to plan without being forced into difficult financial decision immediately. When she is most vulnerable after losing her husband. And that, to me, is what a woman truly needs: security and stability. It is not simply making a woman strong. We must give her time, the security, and financial resources to believe she can stand strong. It means giving her the confidence to make decisions about her children's education, her finances, her home, and her family future with dignity and independence. It is about how the organization stands beside the family when they need support the most. At Pathfinder Group, we don't just employ people, we stand by the family behind them. And that is our vision of women empowerment. Not just opportunity, but financial security, dignity, and the freedom to build a better future. Pathfinder approach to women empowerment goes beyond the workplace. It provides widows with financial security and long-term support after the loss of an employee. In case of natural death, widow receive 100% salary for the 6 months, then 50% salary another next 18 months. This provides financial security for 2 years. After that, the insurance amount is paid, helping the widow make a better financial decision. Insurance support is 500,000 rupees. In case of violent death, the widow receives full salary for 2 years and half salary until the eldest child reaches 18 years of age. If the widow has no child, then the widow receives full salary rest of her life. And also, when the eldest child turns 18, Pathfinder offers the child a job opportunity. The insurance in this case, 500,000 rupees plus extra 300,000 rupees for the widow in violent cases. What does this mean? These policies provide financial stability, dignity, and independence. They ensure that the women and family are not helpless after the loss of a breadwinner. True women empowerment means giving women the security and confidence to make decisions for their families and for their future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this powerful reminder that what Pathfinder is doing for women empowerment. And now we will move to the panel discussion on AI governance and ethics. This is my pleasure to invite the moderator, Air Commodore Farhan Ahmed, Director at Pathfinder Citadel, along with the distinguished panelists. First of all, let me introduce you to the Principal Advisor Farhan Ahmed Saab. He has over 32 years of distinguished services in the Pakistan Air Force and has played a pivotal role in advancing Pakistan's aerospace and innovation landscape. As managing partner of Innovator Garage International, he has led transformative initiatives in innovation, human capital development, and project management. In recognition of his exemplary services to the nation, he has been awarded the prestigious Sitara Imtiaz Military and Tamga Imtiaz Military. Please welcome Air Commodore Farhan Ahmed. Let me introduce you to the first panelist, Dr. Yasir Ayaz. He is the chairman and central project director of the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and a professor of AI and robotics at NURST. His expertise spans artificial intelligence, robotics intelligence system, automation, AI research, and emerging technologies with extensive experience in leading national and international AI research projects. Please welcome Dr. Yasir Ayaz. Next, we have Azhar Ziaur Rahman, International AI Governance Consultant. He is an international consultant and expert in AI governance, technology governance, management systems, digital transformation, risk management, and responsible AI adoption. His current work focuses particularly on helping governments and organizations develop frameworks, processes, and measurable systems for the ethical and effective institutionalization of artificial intelligence. Please give him a huge round of applause, Mr. Azhar Ziaur Rahman. And the last one, the female speaker of the panel, Ms. Mahnoor Salman. She's manager training at Pathfinder Citadel. She's a technology and AI professional working in training, artificial intelligence, data analytics, digital transformation, and emerging technologies. Her experience includes delivering professional training on artificial intelligence, data science, prompt engineering, and digital transformation with a focus on helping organizations and professionals particularly adopt and utilize artificial intelligence technologies. Please welcome the panelists and the moderator.
I welcome you all to the home of Pathfinders and home of Sehgal family. Let's begin with the topic. Whether we like it or not, we are confronted or augmented, whatever you take it, how you take it, that's entirely up to you. Is a technology which we know as AI, is a technology of everything. Initially, we used to have industrial revolution, locomotive, and nuclear technology, IT. You know, these all technologies impacted or augmented or altered the course of various technologies or domains that you all is going to work in future, inshallah. But this is a kind of technology which impact the entirety of the system. Is a technology that if left unattended or not fully embraced, then probably this would threaten, rather definitely threaten our national security. And that is why today we are here to talk about AI ethics and AI governance. And the gathering right here is the most apt, as I think, sir, because these are the gentlemen and the ladies that not only envision what AI ethics and governance all about, but they'll make it happen on the ground. So let's begin, sir. In the most simplest form, sir, as I begin with you, how do you define AI ethics? And just include into what is so unethical about AI that we today are talking about AI ethics?
Thank you very much. First of all, I feel very nostalgic being here because my father was a probationer exactly 75 years ago in the same institution. So I feel very nostalgic about it. Now coming to AI, what is unethical about AI? Possibly. See, AI consists of three things. The first one is the platform. The second one is the data. And the third one is the algorithm. So what is happening in the platform, you don't know because it's a machine. What's happening inside it, we don't know. Something unethical could be happening. The second thing is the data. Where did the data come from? who brought the data, who constituted the data, who is using the data, how. That could be unethical. The collection of the data, the use of the data, it could be unethical. Now, the danger of it being unethical is too high because data governance and data architecture as a subject are not taught in 99% of the universities. Data governance is not taught anywhere in Pakistan. Data architecture as a technical subject or as a management subject is not taught anywhere in Pakistan. That makes it much more dangerous to use data in an AI system. The third one is the algorithm. Who made the algorithm? What is the algorithm? Is it just to everybody? We don't know. And we cannot know how that algorithm is being used. So these are the three areas where ethics can be screwed up. So that is what is so dangerous about AI and ethics.
Right. Sir. Now, coming to you, Yasser, as a matter of fact, you've been a practitioner of AI, developing AI and everything. And you just very recently rolled out the first sovereign AI of Pakistan, as I understand it.
Yes, indeed.
How do you marry AI ethics with the governance? Because as I understand it, one is, we must say, linked to another and can't live without other.
Definitely, sir. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to talk to so many young and important minds, especially who are, going to make a big impact into Pakistan's future, inshallah, and to the present as well. Much to learn as you go ahead. And, I say that just like technology, when you're crossing the academic, you could say barrier, at that time, you are somewhere around technology readiness level 3. And you're yet to be sandbox tested when you get into the field, right? So coming directly to the question. So I think that first of all, ethics is important about anything and everything we have in life. For example, if you have a glass of water in your hand and you pour the water onto somebody else, this is something unethical, right? So the more powerful the entity that you're dealing with, the more critical the ethics that surround it. And then you can think about, for example, where there is, need, for example, if you, for example, say an abusive word to somebody that might not require governance, right? Or a law that is made against, for example, speaking ill against someone, unless of course you do it on a company property. But if, for example, you do it on the street somewhere, the government of Pakistan may not put you in jail for that. But if you slap someone, or if you harm someone, or if you, for example, damage someone in some capacity, then definitely the law and governance steps in. This is why, because AI is a very significant, entity, which is actually the world is dealing with right now, and it has a lot of power associated with it. This is why there is need for ethics. This is why there is need for governance. And this is very much similar to any other technology that we put out there. We have a car which is going on the road. The car, if it hits someone, it can lead to an accident. Similarly, AI inherently is a good technology. It is not something that, we have a reason to distrust or anything like that. But if we want to use it the right way, and number two, the reason for ethics and governance is compliance. That, for instance, when we make a product, so that product, if we are aiming to deploy it somewhere in Europe or somewhere in the US or somewhere, let's say in Japan, in what way do they look at the ethics or governance standards of artificial intelligence? So is the product compliant with those governance standards? So this is the law of the land, how the people of that area view it. If you are able to make the product comply with those standards, then you're able to capture the world markets.
Right. Thank you, yes. Coming to you, Mr. Salman, what I'd like to know is regarding the training domain that you deal in. Where do we stand, as a matter of fact, in the training domain? Like, how are we training enough people to understand the matrix of ethics? And the things that follows are the governance tools.
So I think right now the benchmark for using AI is that we're using some tool like ChatGPT and AI in a way that we're prompting and then we're just getting the output. But for the next generation of the AI users, we need to have a framework that can govern if we're using the tools ethically. Like, for example, the first question that every AI literate should have is that when to actually use the tool, what type of data we're putting it, can we actually trust the output that is coming, and who is going to be actually responsible? So we have to keep in mind these questions to ensure that we're using the tools. They can be any tools. It can be a local tool. It can be a foreign tool ethically. So, yeah.
Fine. Thank you, Manu. Well, sir, like you have written about AI ethics, your two big books that you have written. And what I need to know is, like, if an industry wants to have those implemented in its own domain, or a country in that way, if we take it to the bigger scales, what is the framework, like step 1, 2, 3, just for the understanding of somebody who is a very novice to AI? Most simplistic words, what step needs to be taken to adopt this AI ethics?
Thank you very much for asking this very pertinent question. In fact, one of my books lays down this framework. It is a framework of 16 steps, which is based on Lean Six Sigma, and it is a standard for governance. It's a 16-step framework in which you go from step 0 to step 15, and at each step I've defined what you have to do, how do you have to do, what documents you have to produce, what should be in those documents. So that framework is based on Lean Six Sigma and TOGAF, which are both highly recognized industry standards. I've been teaching this framework worldwide, especially in the Gulf, and I'm launching this also with Citadel in Pakistan.
Right. So, like, turning over to Dr. to you, is purely the governance domain. Europe enacted AI Act somewhere in 2024. Well, probably America is still grappling with it, so as the China. And we also rolled out our AI policy. As we understand, this technology will impact all the countries simultaneously. So we can't have rules and governance in silos. So is there any, I would say, pathway or effort to make a policy like IAEA kind of authority at UN level or at some forum wherein all those rules internationally recognized can be rolled out?
Actually, before most of the policies started coming out, in fact, the policy as itself, as it goes, is in very few areas. In fact, US also, they have made a strategy document. The strategy document that has come out in 2025 specifically reads, the motto is winning the race. If you find Chinese, it's in the same connotation. So Europe looks at it in a slightly different manner in which they try to be more restrictive when it comes to data sharing, what kind of data and for whom. This is why most of the apps running in Europe have specialized versions which are made to actually run for Europe rather than for America or for other countries. China, as you know, is all closed because they don't, for example, Facebook or others, they don't really operate in China. They have their own search engines, they have their own social media, they have their own, communication tools like WeChat or something. So there are silos, no denying that. So, but at the world level, UNESCO started with the process of making a global standard setting instrument first. And in 3 stages, they came up with a policy, which is actually a guideline for countries and how, for example, they can what guiding principles they can look at when they make rules for governance of artificial intelligence and to be implemented, especially at the state level, right? So now this is a broad document which gives an overall guideline in how to apply AI and looks data in a general way. And, because I was a part of the development of this document as well. And, first it started with only 16 or 17 people, most of them from Europe, 1 from Africa, none from Pakistan at that time, for the first standard setting instrument. And then 2 stages of negotiations in which we were part at Pakistan level, at the Asia Pacific level. So in this, what we observed is that different countries view AI differently. Right. So, for example, some of them say that data should be freely available because they want it to be available for research and demographics and other information to come about. This gives you market insights, as the banking sector pointed out that if you are able to know, for example, which lady, for example, need how much finances, and you can offer this to them. But then the question is it ethical to use her information, which is there with you, to understand something personal about her and then use this in order to sell something to her? So what are the ethical principles or something, and how do states govern it? So this is why, we have to look at the global standards and we have to look at the compliance. So in Pakistan, as you know, that as you also mentioned, that there is an AI policy that has been introduced by the Ministry of IT. Right now, it is very generalized policy. And of course, AI ethics for every particular domain vary from one to another. For example, when it comes to medical domain, the accuracy required from AI, the kind of demographics on which the AI is trained itself, they might be very different. And let's say you opt that, for example, you don't want to use AI. So let me tell you what will happen. Number one thing that will happen is that if, for example, you go to the hospital with your parents, for instance, at any time, and let's say one of your parents has an allergy with something. So far without AI, most of the hospitals do not have tools which can tell you, for example, if a medicine being given to your parent has a possible allergic or some other reaction, right? And this kind of incidents happen with people, right? So there are for example, in recent domain, there's a new method of designs of vaccines, right? Which uses generative AI. And this designs vaccines not just for one virus, but for a whole family of viruses. So the urgency of equipping yourself with artificial intelligence is that if you don't, come up to speed with artificial intelligence, and if you don't keep, in the beginning, every country that wants to go further usually keeps very broad, open ethical standards in which you are able to get and harness data and apply into various different kinds of domain. The more you restrict it, the slower you progress. Right? So this is what we have to keep in mind. And let's say we don't do it. Let's say we say AI is evil and, we don't want to have anything to do with it. Well, you have already done something with it. Since this morning, if you've taken a glance at social media, you've used AI. If you've used Google, you have used AI. So you are using AI, even if you're using your phone book, for example, you're just saving a contact in your phone and it is being copied into Google somewhere, you're already using AI. So it's just that you're using someone else's AI. And let's say if you opt and if you choose not to adopt AI in your particular circle, you are just giving over your information to somebody else. And if AI leads to governance, then you don't make AI, you are governed by somebody else. Then don't live in a paradise thinking that you have things in your own hand, because somebody else has control over all the data and even your mind, what they show you at what particular point in time on social media. And this is why this genie, when it says out of the bottle, it's very important to have a little genie of your own as well.
As I understand it so far, the genie is already out and genie is already too damn powerful. Unless we find our own tools to convert this genie, probably we'll be either engulfed by it.
Luckily, you're in the safe hands. You already have tools. So,
All right. So I just changed the format of it. I just put another question to Manu, and then I ask the audience to ask few questions for their understanding of the entire concept. So Manu, we talk about AI ethics, we talk of AI governance, and all the rules that's been made so far are obligatory, it's not compulsory, whatever has been made so far, as a matter of fact, except the Europe part of it. How do you take it, how comfortable you feel while using AI, exposing yourself to AI, as a matter of fact, and then, as Yasser pointed out, using other AIs, I would say giving your all. Up to we live in an age where wo kehte the na ki sab dikhta hai. So that's a kind of thing. But you still want to guard. You have to have certain guardrails for your personal privacy. How do you look at it from this point of view?
So I think just like Yasser mentioned, that it is inevitable that we can avoid AI. We are at any point exposed to it. We're unintentionally even using it. So I think even at an individual level as well as organizational level, we need to come up with AI enablement guidelines. So far, we saw organizations or even departments coming with AI privacy and restrictive use of AI. So we need to encourage people, we need to encourage individuals by giving them that awareness, what this tool actually does with your data, and then ultimately let them decide if they want to use it for productive use. So at an individual level, what we can do is we can give them that awareness that these are some of the foreign tools, these are some local tools, what they do with your data, what type of usage policy that they have, and then we give them the guidelines to use the tools responsibly. Because ultimately the difference in the market that we will see at all organizations and departments is someone who knows how to use the AI in a role-based competency level versus someone who is not using it. So that is going to make all the difference.
Correct. Like I've opened the house for a few of the questions that you might have, because whether you like it or not, you will be the people who will be making it happen as far as in the periphery of Pakistan. Sir.
Thank you, sir. Shahriyar Sheikh, I'm from the Foreign Service. Sir, my question is that much like diamonds are expected to cut diamonds, wouldn't AI need to become a self-regulating tool, specifically because human nature compels that every time guidelines are given, we're more prone to finding workarounds than to adhering to guidelines. So wouldn't the AI need to be the one to suggest that it cannot suggest policy or something of such nature that has such an impact on people itself and can only guide on to what could be the possible alternatives? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I think you can.
AI is better at adhering to guidelines compared to humans, because AI by definition you can teach it some rules which are the governing principles, and it does not go beyond that, right? You can also very easily build guardrails around, for example, if you don't want, for example, hallucinations, a popular aspect in large language models. So there are very simple ways in which you can build tools which prevent you from hallucinating. Also, there are tools like NER, for example, which is called name entity replacement. You have to locally implement them, but for example, if you want to use an international model for your own simple use, you can use NER for that. So the guidelines, you can already if you can trust AI to better follow guidelines compared to any human. Right. So this is since 1933 when the word robot was coined for the first time. So that's essentially the idea that was behind it, that a machine that actually follows your command, right? And the intelligence aspect of the robot, a soft bot or embodied AI, as we call it in present day. So this is actually the concept of artificial intelligence, and AI is built upon principles that it will follow the rules that you give to it. You just have to make sure that you give it the right rules. If you have the wrong people giving rules to AI, then you're in a bit of a problem.
Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. So this is Talhan War from the Inland Revenue Service. Sir, I have two questions. The first one is related to AI. So the first question is
Let's restrict it to one question, please.
Okay. So my question basically is that how is the Pathfinder group using AI in its operations and the management?
Well, I think that some Pathfinder, we use AI in almost all our domains, but I would like two of our CEOs. Salman is here.
He's not by
All right. Let Shakil Saab respond to this better, because he is the CEO of Digital Revolution Division and Pathfinder. I'll come to you.
Yeah.
Sir, where are we using AI, sir?
We Pathfinder has recently digitalized all its business processes. So what we are doing is we are using AI in all our operations. Like we, as everybody said, that we are in different domains. We are providing the security services. We are the cash and transit business. So if we just give you an example of particularly if the cash and transit business, for example, we have vehicles we are using the vehicles to transport cash from one place to another. We are offering the service to almost all the banks. So just to give you an example that how we are using the AI for the route optimization, because once the vehicle is traveling from a point A to point B, so we using the AI, we give it the complete optimized route so that the vehicles can reach the destination efficiently in the minimum time, and utilizing the complete resources. So and similarly in all other operations, like in the procurement, the AI tells us that if we are going to order something, the AI tells us that depending on predictive analysis, so should we buy these equipments in the near future or not. So there are so many other things in every aspects of our operations we are using the AI.
Right, sir. Just to sum it up, as a matter of fact, the Pathfinder from where it started was SMS security services. It's not just a security service, it's a complete AI-driven security ecosystem, starting from surveillance to execution of or the countering the threat. It's all AI-driven, AI threat generation, and AI control. starting from first thing, the detection to execution, it's all the AI chain that we follow. Imran, if you could add few things that we introduced at Citadel about AI usage and how we are differentiating it from automation and AI.
Assalamu everyone, I'm Imran. I'm part of Citadel, Pathfinder Citadel. So I'm a strong proponent and user of AI. We have three verticals. Like first one is training, second is startups, and third is consulting. We are using AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Z.ai in everything we are doing, like creating a document, drafting an email. And next level is you automate the complete workflow levels. Like in the morning, you check up your emails. There are chatbots that can do, bots that can do this process for you. Like read emails, sort those emails based on the priority rules that you set. And even that bot can respond to you of the emails where you want to send a very generic reply. Similarly, there are different workflows in each organization and the complete workflows can be automated. So this is where AI is helpful. Virtual employees, that's what AI is shaping into agents we call, and it's here right now.
Thank you. Any other question? And then I'll ask Salman to conclude the AI usage part of our groups. Let's Salman respond.
All right, great. So I'm just discussing just two cases of AI which we have actually implemented practically in the Asal mobile account scheme. So out of these, 14.5 million accounts, we have a lots of data with us. We have the telecom data and the banking data. We're the only company who have that data. So based on this, what we have done is like we have actually did a behavioral analysis, and based on this, we are predicting that the user, after getting like on a first day of a month, till 10th, from 11th to 20th, and from 21st to 30th, what are actually the transaction patterns and how they actually need the amount of money and how much amount of money they need for executing or for paying the bills or the school fees or anything. And based on these analysis, once we said that, okay, this up till this time, that if the tuition is not being paid, so that person is actually short of money. So we'll be directly sending an automated message to the bank and directly pushing a lending portfolio, a micro loan to the user. If they act accordingly and get the loan, so the bill will be automatically being paid. So those cases, which is right now very popular, but above them all, there is a new thing which we haven't, and that is Fraud Shield. So the data is with us. We know the patterns, we know the channels, we know the accounts, we know the person who's sitting in these different areas. We know that this person has been operating from this province and with this city. So based on the transaction, once you execute a transaction, before execution getting landed over the bank, my system detects that this transaction is suspicious, and we mark that transaction suspicious. And we have a portal for the banks. It appears on the bank's portal. The user over there, they have the time of nearly just 1 minute to either approve or reject. If certainly got rejected, automatically the transaction got reserved. So these are the cases, practical use cases, which you can apply on the data. And we have applied on this, like currently 2 use cases. And this product, Fraud Shield, we haven't marketed up till now because it's very proprietary to VRG. But this is a very practical use case. So thank you for it.
Thank you, Salman. Yes, somewhere here, please.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I want to ask your recommendations for AI regulation in the private sector versus the government sector, especially in the context of our low spending on R&D and the lack of indigenous AI tools.
Sir, I request to respond to this first. Azhar, you responded, and the Yasser, you concluded with the perspective of governance, as she asked it, that how can it marry both and how can it implement both?
Regulation, I'll talk about regulation first. We've got an extreme case in Europe. The European Union Act came about 2.5 years ago, and it became operational about 2.5 weeks ago. they say that that's a case of over-regulation. Last week, a new standard came out from Europe which defines how to audit the use of AI. So probably Europe is on an extreme case of over-regulation, so we have to keep away from it. Probably in Pakistan, we don't have any regulation yet of AI, but we have to prepare for it. How can we prepare for it? For example, for training, we need thousands of auditors. There is no university in Pakistan which teaches audit, technology audit. So probably one way we can, Mahmood probably can take a note of this. We have to produce thousands of auditors who are trained in auditing AI. So this is probably how we can prepare Pakistan for governance of AI. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I think that for private sector in particular, like, and of course the governance has to look after the overall umbrella within which the private sector has to work as well. I think the first guideline which goes beyond being governance or beyond the government sector or private sector is the privacy of the data that you have of the individuals, right? So surprisingly, I did not think this before we started actually marketing our tools internationally, but I found that there is a requirement and a want for having sovereign artificial intelligence tools even in the most advanced economies of the world, because they even know that if you're just, for example, because, according to news reports, 98% of professionals are already using AI. So getting people to use AI will not be your worry when you get into office. People will already bring AI prepared things to you and they will already be using artificial intelligence. The problem for you would be how you prevent them from putting data, which is, significant to your organization, into that system. And number two, if they are using that system, for example, ChatGPT or something else, in order to come up with recommendations, are there any guardrails in place to prevent the hallucination and to prevent, the other data which is already fed into the system from reflecting in your documents, right? So we recently, you looked at one of the incidents when one of the ministers of a European country actually read out a prompt from, ChatGPT in the speech as well, right? So this kind of things are happening, and this is because people don't know how to use it. So number one, we can have sovereign infrastructure, right? So in Pakistan, some sovereign infrastructure projects have started. They are not up to that mark yet. So Sky 47 and some others have recently been unveiled, but they're not up to the mark of the requirements right now. And number two, that you need to have your own indigenous software as well. Just having a GPU is not enough. That does not make you sovereign, right? Number three, you have to train artificial intelligence on your own rules and regulations and the national laws and rules, and you have to make sure in the governance sector that you keep updating it accordingly, right? Just to give an idea, there was a question from somebody from IRS earlier as well. So one case study you can look at is the National Accountability Bureau, how they have implemented artificial intelligence with complete sovereign local infrastructure, with complete local software. So what the AI there is capable of is that you pick up, for example, one handwritten application in Urdu by any average citizen somewhere, and you just place it on a scanner. It is scanned. It's automatically converted and translated into English. OCR is done. Translating into English is done without going into any international service. Automatically, the form filling takes place. It applies automatically to the rules and regulations and laws which are, like being looked after by an app, which come under the NAB purview. Automatically, it links the application with the rest of, let's say, 700 or 1000 applications that have come in to build up the case. Automatically, it, draws conclusions and gives recommendations to the officer. So by the time the officer scans it within a few seconds, so for instance, in case of financial data analysis, works that used to take them 3 to 4 months to do, in the first beta testing, we were able to do it in 18, 19, and 20 seconds. Okay. And this is local built AI, not dependent upon any foreign models. And this is Pakistan's first fully sovereign agentic decision support system, which is right now working in Pakistan. So private sector also, of course, they want to have it in somehow the other element other than governance of the company rules and standards. And of course, they want to adhere to the relevant national rules as well. They want to, increase their profits as well, as Salman Sahab also pointed out, that they have specific strategies to promote their business too. So they have to look at particular economic, you could say, turns, things that are, trends which are there out there in the world, look at that as well, and make informed business decisions about, and this varies from one company to another. You cannot sum entire private sector into one. So healthcare people will have a different metric to go by. The financial, for example, the investment banking will have a different metric to go by. And they will, in addition to the governance elements, they will also have profit making elements. The governance side, because they are regulators for the private sector, they have to look at, for example, what sort of trends are there internationally of new technologies people are putting into place. And you have to keep inventing new governance standards to, run in that race together with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Well, gentlemen, that's all that we have for today. As a matter of fact, AI is about everything, may that be academia to defense, to diplomacy, to industry, and every aspect of life, whether we like it or not. But just remember one thing, this is a technology which would empower you. So embrace it and let's take it forward and make our own self, that is this country, sovereign in AI. Because we truly believe that is a matter of national security that has to be addressed and taken care of by each one of us. So let's not restrict it, open it to all, embrace it all, and educate ourselves and adapt ourselves to adopt this technology. Thank you.
Now it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Faisal Zahoor, Director of Pakistan Administrative Services at the Civil Services Academy, to reflect on this section. He has been associated with the Academy's training programs for more than 2 decades, including the Common Training Program for newly inducted civil servants. He has also represented Civil Services Academy in professional and institutional engagements focused on public administration and governance. Please welcome Dr. Faisal Zahoor.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। इंतहाई मोहतरम और मोअज़्ज़ज़ इकराम सहगल साहब और उनकी फैमिली, जितने भी हमारे पाथ फाइंडर्स ग्रुप के डायरेक्टर्स हैं, डिग्नेटरीज हैं, जो गेस्ट स्पीकर्स आज आए और उन्होंने अपनी वैल्यूबल कंट्रीब्यूशन की, डायरेक्टर एडमिन एंड फाइनेंस सिविल सर्विसेज एकेडमी बिलाल साहब, और हमारे जितने भी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, और सबसे बढ़ के हमारे जितने प्यारे प्रोबेशनरी ऑफिसर्स हैं 217 के करीब सिविल सर्विसेज एकेडमी के। मैं एकेडमी की तरफ से, हमारे डायरेक्टर जनरल साहब की तरफ से, सबकी तरफ से, और जितनी हमारी फैकल्टी है, प्रोबेशनरी ऑफिसर्स हैं, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रगुजार और मशकूर हूँ कि आज आपने एक वीकेंड पे अपना संडे वाले दिन ख़ास तौर पे टाइम निकाला हमारे लिए और फुल डे हमें दिया और सारे कंट्रीब्यूटर्स आए। यूजुअली ये मुमकिन नहीं हो सकता, मगर आपकी जो कमिटमेंट है इकराम सहगल साहब और उनकी टीम की और सारे दोस्तों की, उसने ये पॉसिबल बनाया है आज। और इसमें जितने भी स्पीकर्स आए उन्होंने एक पैगाम आपको ये दिया कि काइंडली आप एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट, जितने लोग भी पाकिस्तान में इनोवेशन कर रहे हैं, अपनी तरफ से कोशिश कर रहे हैं इस मुल्क की तरक्की के लिए, उसमें आप अपना हिस्सा डालें, बजाय ऑब्स्टिकल बनने के लिए आप उनके फैसिलिटेटर हों, और कोशिश करें कि अगर कोई जायज़ कारोबार करना चाहता है और लोगों को रोज़गार देना चाहता है और इस मुल्क की तरक्की में हिस्सा डालना चाहता है, तो एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट वी शुड कोऑपरेट विद देम लॉफुली, और जहाँ भी उनको हम फैसिलिटेट कर सकते हैं वो करें, ताकि जो बिजनेसेस की ख़ास तौर पे, मेरी भी अब 27वां साल है सर्विसेज में और मैंने मुख्तलिफ सूबों में भी और फेडरल गवर्नमेंट में भी काम किया है, तो बहुत सारी शिकायत लोगों की यही हैं, कारोबारी हजरात की, आम कॉमन मैन की भी, कि हम उनके साथ कोई इतना अच्छा रवैया नहीं रख रहे और एक्सेसिबिलिटी नहीं है, और जो काम फौरी होना चाहिए उसमें बहुत सारे डिलेज़ आते हैं। तो कोशिश कीजिए कि आप, सिविल सर्विसेज एकेडमी भी आपको यही बता रही है, आप 5 माह से हमारे पास हैं और हमने सर इनकी अखुवत में भी अटैचमेंट कराई है। ये अखुवत हाउस होल्ड्स गए हैं, घरों में रहे हैं, लोगों के आम आदमी के साथ रहे हैं और कॉमन मैन के मसले समझे हैं इन्होंने सरकारी स्कूलों में पढ़ाया भी है, वहाँ भी सर ने जो लीडरशिप पे बड़ा प्रैक्टिकल लेक्चर दिया है उसको बहुत इन डेप्थ समझने की ज़रूरत है। वो एक बड़ा हल्के से मूड और स्टाइल में था इनके एक्सपीरियंस की वजह से माशाल्लाह। तो इन सारी चीज़ों को लेते हुए कोशिश करनी चाहिए, जो आज का पैगाम इधर दिया है इन्होंने भी, कि हमें इसमें लोगों को फैसिलिटेट करें और कारोबार और चीज़ों को आगे बढ़ाएं, उनको हेल्प करें। उसके अलावा जो इनकी कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वाला कंपोनेंट है, आपने देखा है कि अपने मुलाजमीन के लिए, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए, इंटरफेथ हार्मनी के लिए इनका जो काम है बड़ा काबिल सताइश है। सर मैं ये भी बताना यहाँ चाहूँगा कि हम भी, हमारे डायरेक्टर जनरल जो फरहान अजीज़ ख्वाजा साहब हैं माशाल्लाह, उनकी विजन के मुताबिक ये उन्होंने ही आके इस ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन को शुरू किया। पहले से इस एकेडमी में नहीं था, हमने भी सोसाइटीज़ बनाई हुई हैं मुख्तलिफ, और उसमें हमारी वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की सोसाइटी भी है, इंटरफेथ हार्मनी की सोसाइटी भी है। और मैं चाहूँगा कि हम डीजी साहब की इजाज़त से आपके साथ कोलैबोरेशन करें, इसमें जो जो काम आप अपने लेवल पे कर रहे हैं उसको हम कंबाइन करें, और राइट फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग जब हमारे सिविल सर्वेंट्स के लोग आते हैं सिविल सर्विस के, तो उनमें जो जज्बा है वो कंटिन्यू रहे, और आपकी जहाँ जहाँ पहुँच है ये आपको वहाँ फैसिलिटेट करें इन गवर्नमेंट कैपेसिटी, जहाँ भी ये हो, जहाँ भी किसी तहसील में हो, ज़िले में हो, फेडरल गवर्नमेंट में हो। और आज बहुत सारी चीज़ें आपने अनलर्न भी की होंगी, जो भी दिखाया गया लर्न भी की होंगी, तो इंशाल्लाह ताला आप कुछ ना कुछ नॉलेज और स्किल्स और कुछ पैगाम जो इधर दिए गए हैं उसको लेके जाएंगे, और कोशिश ये है कि आप इनको प्रैक्टिकली इम्प्लीमेंट भी करेंगे। तो वंस अगेन सर बहुत शुक्रिया आपकी टीम का, सारों का, और आज आपने जो हमें पूरा फुल डे वर्कशॉप कराया और इतनी मेहनत से सारे लोग आए और अपनी अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन दी। काफ़ी स्किल्ड लोग थे सारे, और माशाल्लाह इतना तजर्बा रखते हुए उन्होंने अपनी अपनी ज़िंदगी का जो एक्सपीरियंस का निचोड़ दिया है, और आपको इनकी तीनों डिविजन्स और जो फाउंडेशन काम कर रही है, और उसके अलावा जो एआई से रिलेटेड अभी आपके सामने मुज़ाकरा भी हुआ, वो बड़ा ही यानी एक किस्म का आपके लिए लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस है, हमारे सब के लिए। तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत मेहरबानी अकेडमी।
And now it's time for closing remarks. I would like to invite a visionary leader whose guidance has been pivotal in bridging innovation, security, and entrepreneurship in Pakistan. He's a distinguished defense analyst, security expert, business leader, and former Pakistan Army officer, recognized as the first prisoner of war to escape from India in 1971. He is a regular speaker at defense institutions and international think tanks. He serves on several prominent boards, national and international, including PSCI, the Swiss Asian Chamber of Commerce, the East-West Institute, and other leading organizations. He is the only businessman to have hosted the Pakistan Breakfast at the World Economic Forum in Davos for 20 years. Please welcome co-chairman of Pathfinder Group, Ikram Saigar.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Mr. Bilal Akram, Mr. Faisal Zahoor, faculty of Civil Service Academy, and the probationers of 54th Common. You are actually not common, you are uncommon, because you have, by dint of merit, come in through a very exhaustive selection process into the Civil Service Academy. That is only the start of a long journey. And I really did not think, as I passed my 80th birthday only about almost a month ago, that I would be given this opportunity to speak to the other side of what I call Pakistan's talent pool, the Gen Z, because that is future of Pakistan. And there is no doubt that you are very much the future of Pakistan. It's how you take it. And I'm very grateful to Dr. Shabir Zadi and to your DG, Anas Khaja, to have invited me to speak to a smaller group a few days ago. And at that point of time, I discovered certain common themes, certain things which I had not even thought about, but would be great for us in the future. One was, about 40 years ago, I decided never to do business with government. Never. I have no single contract with government. It's all in the private sector. Therefore, and the next thing was to go into the corporate social sector, which was already, I won't go into detail, has already been explained to you in detail. And then it was a revelation to me to see the same things in the Civil Service Academy. And I thought to myself, I can actually go honestly to you and say that I have no corporate profit greed here because I don't do any business with government. You want to service the people. You want to really bring the people of Pakistan to the service level that they require from you. How can we be of support to you without the element of greed in it? And therefore, it is a beautiful relationship that can be formed. It is now up to your DG and your faculty and all and our people to how to make that relationship work, how to take it forward. Because make no doubt, you are the future of Pakistan. And I do not say it lightly. I say it because I want to go back and tell you a little bit of where I come from. I already told you I was at one time almost a blue-eyed boy of this army. And I went into training programs and used to excel in them. Ultimately, as an infantry officer, I got an opportunity to go far ahead of my service level and get into Army aviation for some time. So I flew helicopters. And then I became a prisoner of war. And I escaped from India. I was the first one to escape from India. And I very rightly, I said, here I was a hero. You know, I had escaped. The first Pakistani prisoner of war in history to escape from India. But there was a problem. And a huge problem. The problem was, my father was Punjabi and my mother was Bengali. So, you know, the people decided that when I said to them that you cannot kill my mother's people the way you're killing them, they decided this man must have been brainwashed. So I was sent into infantry unit. At that time, 44 Punjab became Force Sindh, fought the war with them. And my commanding officer told me that you will die as a captain, or you will go out of the army as a captain, but after the war, you're not going to be here anymore. That was 27th November, 1971. On 13 December 1971, the same officer, one of the bravest men that this country has seen, one of the most decorated soldiers of this army, Brigadier Taj S.J.N. Bar, was decorated in 65, was decorated in 71. He took his rank off at 5 o'clock in the morning of 13 December and put it on my shoulders and gave me battlefield promotion to the rank of major. He said, they took away a Sitara Jurat from you when you deserved one, and your mother is Bengali, they will never give you a Sitara Jurat. But I will give you something that they can never take away from you. So he gave me battlefield promotion to the rank of major, and he renamed my company, my rifle company, as Sehgal Company. Today, that battalion, Sarmast Battalion, now Force Sindh, still carries Sehgal Company by name. And that is the reward I want. I don't want any civil awards. I want the recognition from the unit, from the rifle company I commanded in battle, and the bullets are flying around. That is the recognition you want, or you don't want a recognition given to you for God knows what. So, ultimately, when my poor mother, Lohar Cantonment, was a Bengali, isolated, not visited by anybody, except, of course, I will say this, Shabir Sharif's mother, Shabir Sharif Nishane Haider, who was a very close friend of mine, his mother, and she used to visit her all the time. He said, Parwani kar bano, main the. So, and my poor father, when you used to go to the masjid, people would say, "Ye Gaddar ka baap hai." So when I came out, I decided not to stay in this Pakistan. Not to stay in this Pakistan. What is this Pakistan? There's, you know, on merit, I escaped from prisoner of war camp. The first one, they took away my Sitar-e Jurat. I got battle promotion major. They did not give me a Sitar-e Jurat. I stood first in the captain to major promotion exam out of 3,500 officers. I stood first in the staff college entrance exam out of 300 officers. And they threw me out of the army because the first one goes to Staff College, Camberley. And how could they have the son of a Bengali going to Staff College, Camberley? So, you know, my father told me leave. And very luckily, I had Sheikh Zaid, when he used to come to Rahimyar Khan, Sheikh Zaid al Nayan. I used to fly him in the helicopter. So the first job I got was in 10 days. And he said, come over. There was no, UAE did not have an aviation at that time. And, you know, there was 1-2 helicopters. Said, come here, fly for me. So I thought about it. Right? And then I decided, no. You know, my wife almost had a heart attack when I left that job down. Because that was in thousands of dirhams. And I had no money. I had no money to pay for the milk of my son, 25-day-old, who today is the chairman of the company. I decided, no. I will stay in this Pakistan. I will make this Pakistan, this is my dream. These are the people who love me, this unit. They give me everything. Till today, they have my name, Sarmas Battalion. And this is the people who love me. Institutions matter, individuals don't. So I decided to stay in Pakistan. And today what you have is what we built up from the day that I had no money for the milk of my son. So Pakistan can give you, and you are part of that dream. I'm not just saying these words. You can make the dream come true of making this Pakistan the topmost country in the region. We have everything going for us. We have the best possible location. We have the minerals. We have the manpower. We have everything going for us, except what Khalid Banori, Asad Ikram, and Farhan and Imran Jatala are concentrating on giving that leadership that is necessary. You get that leadership, you will go places. We do a lot of work which people don't even know about, and I don't even want to talk about it. For example, for the last 30 years, on Sundays, we guard 130 Christian churches free of cost. Free of cost. We don't publicize it. Why don't we publicize it? We don't publicize this 14.5 million accounts. Why don't we publicize it? कि किसी को पता चलेगा बोले कि उनको बंद करो. ठीक, बोले चुप रहो, काम करते रहो. ठीक है. और मैं आपसे ये आई वुड से तवक्को तो नहीं, मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप लोग uncommon people who have make the 54th common go forth from this room with that thought that yes, you can make a difference. You can make a difference. But the difference will come from within you. The differences will come from you when you don't obey only the wording of the law, but you obey the spirit of that law. What is the spirit of that law? Right? I'm sorry if I'm saying something which did not go down well with the faculty of 54th Common, but that is what is required. Right? And I look forward, I really look forward to working. Our people working, I'm 80, and you know, life is full of vagaries. When you came in, it was very fine weather. Outside it's raining, cats and dogs. And of course, we had to move tables and chairs and khana pina, but we did it. We did it the same way that we built this place. And I asked people ask me, what have you achieved? I tell you what I have achieved. Leaving aside this thing, I think the first thing you do as a human being is the same thing like in an aircraft, oxygen mask come down and your son is sitting next to you. They say, put the oxygen mask yourself first and then give it to your son. Why? Because so that you are all right. So first thing I did was to make myself financially secure, my family's financially secure. And then I did what Islam teaches us to do. Look after everybody else. And let me tell you, if you are sincere about it, you will be able to do it. You will be able to go out and do it. So there's so many things I would like to talk about. The time is limited. Sarish will come up to me and give me a chit, So, but I would like to say this, that I really am proud of the fact that you are here. And I wish that we have a formal relationship with us, that people keep on coming back to us so that we can at least engage. And please remember, again, there is no profit to this thing. This is something, the service to the nation. If you can do it, if you can have something that is a private sector genuine thing, maybe we can encourage other people, the rich industrialists, the rich landowners, to do something in their own areas to bring up the lot of the common man. Because it is the poorest of the poor that you have to look after. The way, you talked about the widows that we look after and many other things, right? So please, again, Bilal Akram Saab and Faisal Saab and the faculty of Fifth Common and the uncommon probationers of the 54th Common. Please. Thank you very much.